My dad's name is on the wall. He was the commanding general of the 1st Cavalry Division on the 7th of July 1970 when the helicopter that he was flying in with his crew and staff crashed and everybody on board was killed. And so my father and his crew and staff's names are all on the wall, and it is very personal.
In memory of my father, Chief Warrant Officer Marvin Leonard, 5 West 121. Dad, I bring with you today your youngest grandson, Joshua. He has your humor and your love of life. I miss you so incredibly much, Tammy.
When I look out and I see you all and I think about my husband, that we had planned when he came back from Vietnam that we would start a family, but it wasn't to be. So as a result, I do not have any children, but that's okay. But when I look at you, and some of you never knew your father, but know this and always remember this. He lives, and where does he live? Right here in your heart. Nobody can take that away from you. The memories can always be in your heart.
This rose is a yellow rose from my dad, Lieutenant Colonel Henry M. Sarix. He's still POW MIA. Yellow roses for missing in action, POW MIA. Daddy, I'm here again for a visit, trying my best to find you. Miss you so much in my life, if only you were here. I need your help. I need my daddy. Happy Daddy's Day. Love you, Jenny.
I can't come to the wall without remembering the first day that I came here. I parked right over there on Constitution Avenue. I was walking across the grass with my wife, and I was looking for a memorial, and I couldn't see it. And then I turned that corner right there, and it was like someone grabbed my throat. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe as I contemplated the loss to our family and to our country.
This is in memory of Vaughn Hines, at 29 East, number 50 on the wall. We went over as a unit on troop ship together, and Vaughn came to me one day. I was a junior NCO, and he said, "Sergeant," he said, "I'm not going to make it." And you know, he was right, and I was wrong. I tried to encourage him, but there's nothing that I could have done. But he was our first casualty of our unit in Vietnam.
I'm an MIA daughter. My dad is Colonel Oscar Moderer. He was shot down over Laos on February 15th, 1966. He has not been brought home yet. I live here in the local area, and I do everything I can to remind the government he needs to come home, and I'm very grateful to the VVMF for all that you do in the community and the new education center that's going to be built shortly. I can't stress it enough. We need to continue educating generations and generations. We leave a legacy. That legacy is important to our country. I don't think kids today are getting enough in the schools. I think we need to make sure that this country remembers what happened in Vietnam during the war, the different countries involved, and the people who were affected.
And now, 3 decades after the wall was dedicated, the same volunteers who conceived it plan to break ground later this year on an education center that will complement the emotional power of the wall. It'll do that with a state-of-the-art learning experience honoring those who have served not just in Vietnam, but as Jan said, all American veterans. And so besides a long overdue exhibit of the many personal remembrances that have been left at the wall by friends and family, a multimedia wall of heroes will memorialize and personalize the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in Vietnam, so that that sacrifice will never be forgotten. Because when a war is forgotten, so too are the sacrifices of those who fought it. And no nation can afford to forget the sacrifices of the brave men and women of their armed forces and the families that support them, because such nation will not continue to endure. So thank you all very much for coming out today and helping us honor our fathers. And to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day.